New Braunfels and San Marcos recovery and growth post-pandemic in just a few seconds. Hey everyone, Nico and I are at the snake farm. It's like a mini zoo right here in New Braunfels, Texas. And so we're going to take the camera in there, get some action footage, tack it on the end of this video. Make sure you stick around for that. Right now, let's get to today's topic. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Tony Freese. If this is your first time visiting and you want to learn everything you can about what it's like to live in between Austin and San Antonio, good news. That's what we do here every week. So make sure you tap the subscribe button and click the little bell so you're notified whenever a new episode drops. So what's going on right now between those two cities? Well, of course, the governor's lifted his mask mandate, among other distance and occupancy rules. Public opinion is split evenly across all Texans, with 48% supporting and 48% opposing. Now, Texans in major metro areas, Austin, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, disapprove of the repeal by wide margins. In comparison, nearly 60% of people in other areas across the state support the governor's order. It may not have been reported enough that the governor said removing statewide mandates does not end personal responsibility. It's just now state mandates are no longer needed. And if businesses feel like they need to enforce their own mask-required policies, God bless them, they can. We had family down from Austin this weekend and went to a popular restaurant bar, and everybody could see everybody's smiles. People were jovial, striking up friendly conversations with strangers. My daughter and son-in-law were understandably reluctant. The vast majority were not wearing masks, and they just weren't used to seeing that. And let me tell you, this place was popping. It just screamed recovery. It reminded me of an event that was held late last year called the 2020 Austin San Antonio Growth Summit. It's an annual event produced by the San Antonio Business Journal and the Austin Business Journal, and in September it was, of course, virtual. The focus this time was on New Braunfels and San Marcos, the two largest cities along the I-35 corridor between Austin and San Antonio, and how they continue to pursue new opportunities for economic development in the midst of the pandemic. Now, I don't want to lose anyone here, so I promise to keep this short. In fact, we're going to go to the snake farm in a minute, so make sure you hang on for that. But an article by Scott Bailey, he's a reporter at the San Antonio Business Journal, said the cities have different strategies, but share the common goal of leveraging the growth they were enjoying before COVID-19 into significant gains in corporate recruitment, trying to attract outside business. I'll link to the article in the description. In my last video, I briefly touched on the lack of transportation and infrastructure being one of the disadvantages of living here in New Braunfels. In 2019, before COVID, BC, an overwhelming majority of New Braunfels voters approved a bond package that included more than $44 million for these kinds of improvements. That investment will likely attract more interest from businesses looking to expand or move here. Of course, in my video, I said it simply hadn't happened yet, so, it's a con. It's not a pro to living here. It's just got put on hold because of the virus. But it is going to happen. In San Marcos, they've got Texas State University, an emerging Tier 1 research institution that could play an increasingly important role in recruitment in that area. The article states the university's rise in stature has enabled it to expand business relationships with industry. Between these two cities, and others in between San Antonio and Austin, you're looking at a diversification of economies, proximity to jobs in San Antonio and Austin, and educational opportunities, and maybe most importantly, land, existing infrastructure, and existing buildings that are much less expensive for companies looking to make investments. Once the pandemic eases, and it does look promising, the corridor is poised for a quick economic rebound. This, of course, is great news for homeowners and real estate investors. With all this potential new business comes employees needing homes, products and services, and therefore opportunities for small businesses. But why Texas? Why this area? It's because of our favorable business climate, reasonable regulatory environment, and growing, skilled, diverse workforce. It's not like this everywhere. Caution. It will come to pass that some of the new arrivals don't fully appreciate or understand the importance of these values. I personally like to work with people that are interested in keeping Texas, Texas. Now, a while back, my second grandson Nico and I went to the snake farm and animal zoo right here in New Braunfels. Let's find out how that went. Wasn't that terrific? We had a ton of fun. The Snake Farm is just one of many cool places we'll visit in future videos. If you're looking to move anywhere along the I-35 corridor, I want to hear all about it. But you got to reach out. You got to call, text, email, days, nights, weekends. It's what I do. Help you find your dream spot. What's next? Check out this video I did recently on towns located in between Austin and San Antonio. We'll see you next week.